Welcome back. If you have watched our first video on the Neutrina feed trial that we are conducting, we were contacted by Neutrina a few weeks ago. They came out last week and walked our farm, checked everything out as far as our operations go, and they wanted to provide us with some feed so that we could do a 30-day long test. Today is day 7, and I have data collection through today. So I wanted to go over the results that we had from August the 1st through the 16th and an average per day of what we were getting on our chicken eggs and our duck eggs. And I've collected the data. So we're going to look at and compare that egg per day average for the first 16 days on the other feed that we were using. And I'm going to show you what the egg per day average is for the Neutrina feed. So I want to show you if there's an increase or decrease. I'm a really big numbers guy, so I like to put everything down and look at the data. So we're going to look at the numbers. I'm going to show you where we were at prior, where we're at now, and I'm going to also show you some graphs that show increase or decrease from the daily production. So let's get to it. Here we are with our chicken egg production data. So I started off with the date. I'm just doing an August 1st, and I'm listing out the number of eggs that we had per day, all the way down to the 17th. And I highlighted the green 17th because that was day 1 for us to actually start the Neutrina feed. And I'm going to be going all the way down until the 15th of September. That's going to be a 30-day trial period for that Neutrina feed. So I'm keying in all of the daily chicken eggs in here, and then it's automatically transferring it over to the bar graph here. So if we look at our chicken egg production for the first 16 days, you can see that there's some, big dips in here, a little bit of steady increase, dips again, and then we obviously start the Neutrina. In my first video, I even said that I did not expect to see a a difference on day 1. So, to no surprise, didn't really see anything. But then we see on day 2, pretty significant jump. I mean, we go from 35 eggs to 48, down to 47, up to 53, a bit of a drop to 41, then back up into the 50s for the last 2 days. This is today. So you can definitely see that there are fewer dips and less drastic dips in egg production. But overall, you can see that it is a steady increase as a whole as far as the chicken eggs go. Now I'm going to go ahead and switch over to our duck eggs. Same basic principle here. We did the August 1st all the way down to September the 15th. You can see here the ducks. We have far less duck layers, obviously, than we do chicken eggs. But you can see here that on the old feed, significant drop off, a little bit of a spike, significant drop off. Then we start the Neutrina, and you can see here that it is consistently 3 to 4 eggs better. At the worst point, 3 to 4 eggs better, and then we're up 4 eggs per day from a pretty consistent 6 egg per day production. So we're even seeing it, in my opinion, here looking at this, we're even seeing maybe not higher numbers because we did have a 10-day here on the 2nd of August, but again, seeing more consistently higher numbers on this first 7 days on the Neutrina feed. Now here is where we really get into some staggering numbers. I wanted to show everybody the August 1st through the 16th. You can see here our chicken eggs, we were averaging 35.6 eggs per day. Our duck eggs, we were averaging 5.9. So we have about 150 layers. So you can definitely see 35, 36 eggs per day as an average. is extremely low as far as production goes. But we've had heat indexes up at 115, 120 degrees. We just had some rain yesterday, and that was really the first rain that we had had since May the 24th. So we have been in extreme drought conditions, really, really, really record high temperatures, and the foraging capabilities for these chickens has been next to nothing. So it's not a surprise that their production is down. So now I'm going to move over, and now we are showing the Neutrina. So for the first 7 days, we have gone up to an average of 46.9 eggs per day for that 7 day period. It has not, I didn't do an average for the entire month. This is just for the last 7 days. So you can see apples to apples. On 7 days of Neutrina NatureWise, we're averaging 46.9 chicken eggs per day, and duck eggs are averaging 8.1. Previously, they were averaging 35.6 and 5.9. So you can definitely see there is an increase in eggs. Now, the percentage increase I wanted to show you guys in the first 7 days, we are seeing a 31.7% increase in our chicken eggs, and a 37 point, just rounded to 37.3% increase in our duck eggs. And that's just in the first 7 days on this feed. I am excited to see what the next, 23 days is going to hold. If it continues the way it is, I'm hoping we should see an even higher increase in numbers, especially the fact that we're going to be going into September, which for South Texas is the beginning of a colder month season for us. So it's hopefully we should see some higher numbers. But I'm going to continue to do numbers like this. I'm going to keep the graphs, and we'll continue to see hopefully an increase on that. But I wanted to give everybody an update after 7 days. I'm going to definitely shorten my recap periods now that we've had them on there for a week, and I want to see. I want to see if these numbers continue to hold, or if this first week is just kind of a fluke. I do know that the girls are continuing to eat this product. They're not leaving anything out there. We're going through about 50 pounds per day with the size flock that we have for our 150 chickens and 50 ducks. So, we've got 200 birds going through 50 pounds a day. So they're not leaving anything out there to waste. They are literally eating it all day, throughout the day. And by the end of the night, they're finishing it. So quality of the feed is there. The smell, everything is just very attractive to these animals. I believe anyway. I tried some of the feed myself. It definitely has a richer flavor. I'm not going to sit there and eat it all the time, trust me. But I wanted to, if I'm feeding it to my animals, I wanted to ingest it as well, because I wanted to see exactly what it tasted like, the consistency of the pellet. I wanted to see everything about it, and it definitely had some flavor in there. And I'm not going to make a meal out of it, but I feel comfortable feeding it to my animals after, myself, for sure. So we'll be checking in and doing more of these tests. But so far, the Neutrina NatureWise, I'm going to give it a big thumbs up right now.